By virtue of the powers vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare, I, Advocate Dumisani Sebenza SC, on this, the 20th day of May, 2022, hereby constitute the congregation for the purpose of awarding qualifications. You may be seated.
Good. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Molweni. Nalapho ngaphesheya molweni. Ngishona kakhulu lapho ngaphesheya kakhulu. That's better. That's better. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the University of Fort Hare. My name is Sakela Buhlungu, the Vice Chancellor of the University, and it's my honor to welcome you today, the last day of graduation ceremonies. There are two today. The first one, this one is for the Faculty of Science and Agriculture. As you can see, the house is full. It's going to be a long morning. Brace yourself for a long morning. Fasten your seatbelts. Prepare to celebrate and celebrate very hard here, very hard. Mr. Chancellor, it's an honor, therefore, for me to welcome this cohort from the Faculty of Science and Agriculture. As the program indicates, the graduates here cover the full spectrum, from first degrees, diplomas, all the way up to doctoral degrees. And once again, I should remark, it's a large group, so we're going to have to be very efficient with our time. Chancellor, I'm not going to go through all the salutations and greetings, but let me begin by welcoming our senior management, our deans, our professors, our lecturers, our administrative staff, support services staff who are here today. Let me welcome the parents, partners, sponsors, donors, but most importantly, let me welcome the graduates. And you can see it's a very large group, and I want us to use the numbers and the size of this hall and the acoustics in this hall to get a very, very warm welcome and applause. Give it to yourselves. Is that all you can do? Right. That sounds more like it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. Chancellor, I want to just to update the audience that today or rather this week, 6 ceremonies, we are awarding 3,161 qualifications. Made up of 2,299 first degrees and diplomas, 722 postgraduate diplomas and honors, 95 master's degrees, and 45 doctoral degrees across the faculties. Mr. Chancellor, I just want to make a point, underline a point I made at one of the ceremonies, I think 2 days ago. I'll make it again because it's very apparent. You can see it in this group. The majority of the students of this university are women. The majority of graduates during this autumn season are women. Just look around. And this one, we're going to test today. In my anecdotal knowledge, women students perform better. Women students perform better. Now, Imani, I don't want to start a war in the house. But I want us to do a test. As they come up, the dean will indicate when a person gets cum laude, which is a distinction, right? Now take a piece of paper and pen and have 2 columns. Uti men. Let's see the statistics at the end, right? Let's test for yourself. Kodwa ke manene majita ayitsho loo nto uba sinithandi futhi ayitsho loo nto uba niya-underperforma niperforma kakhulu nani siyayazi loo nto leyo. But I just wanted to make this fact. I just wanted to put this fact on the table. Let's test it. Let's test it. It's a challenge. Thank you very much once again. Graduation is a moment for celebration. It's a moment for us to loosen up a little bit. It's always difficult. The professors are always distant. You never get to see them. You never get to greet them. And all of these eminent people up here. Today, you're going to walk right past them. Loosen up and celebrate. Use this time. I'm saying use this time because we were not going to have a face-to-face graduation. But we realized we had to do it. We've been teaching remotely for 2 years. These students, and I can speak about our staff and everyone else, but these students here have had to study and perform under the most difficult conditions in our lifetime. We never studied under these conditions, where we're surrounded by trauma, by a pandemic, by death of a family member, death of a relative, of a neighbor, member in the community, funerals, day in, day out, of people you knew. We've never lived like that. And you had to live through that and still keep your focus and perform. And for that, you really, really deserve today. And that's why we thought we'll have all of you here. The conditions, of course, are prescribed. I want everybody, afake mask, doctor. Afake mask. Doctor, everybody should put that mask on. It was under certain conditions that we agreed that we're going to have a face-to-face graduation. Now, lapha ngaphambili andinamkhethe, please, i-mask apha ngaphambili. And it's under those conditions. Ndiyabazi abanye, I'm going to see them hugging. You hug without a mask, you're courting danger, death. The pandemic is still here. Last night, 7,000 infections were reported, about 700 in the Eastern Cape. So that thing is real, and people still die from COVID. People still die. Mr. Chancellor, this is one of our biggest faculties in the university. The most productive, and I'm not saying anything about others. Most productive in terms of the number of students that they graduate, the master's degrees, the doctoral degrees, but also in terms of intellectual production, scholarly work, they also contribute. And I'll mention that. I may not have mentioned others, it's because I forgot. So I'm just mentioning it here because I remembered Professor Bradley. I'm raising this because some of the problems of the economy of the Eastern Cape and the country, some of the solutions reside here. The people that we're graduating today, they are part of that solution. They're going to go out. A little known fact, not little known actually, we've seen the locusts in the Eastern Cape, right? We've seen the plague of locusts. If you haven't seen them, you're not living in the Eastern Cape. They've caused devastation on our farm, on our dairy farm, where we grow pasture, we grow grass. Yesterday, Mr. Somgyala, the CEO, sent me pictures of pasture that has been decimated by the locusts. And the locusts mean a threat to food security. That's what they mean. It's a big thing. I'm glad Mr. Somgyala also reported that part of the initiatives and solutions that are being undertaken, our Fort Hare students are part of that. And I was very proud, and some of them are probably here. Mr. Chancellor, there are many successes in the university. I'm not going to go through those now. I also am not going to talk about how we, as managers and leaders of the university, are on a path to renew, revitalize this university, to restore it. No, not to restore, to take it to the top. We talk about a decade of renewal, 2020 to 2030, and it covers all aspects. We must produce better degrees. The infrastructure must be better. The residences for students must be better. The frontline service to students must be better. All of these things must be better. That's what we have embarked upon. And I'm not going to dwell on that now. We don't have time. But I also want to say that as a community, as a university, there are many stars amongst our students. Many of our students graduate and go on and become leaders in society, not just in politics. Yes, we've produced leaders. 5 presidents, yes, it is true. 5 African presidents have been produced here. But how many CEOs have we produced? How many general managers? How many everything? Many. And so I just want us, when we look at these graduates here, we're looking at the future. And I'm not going to take time and go through the list before me of some of the stars that come from this great university. But I'll just take a few moments, Chancellor, to acknowledge a few people who, in their own ways, are special and they stand out. They're special like the rest of our graduates, like the rest of our students. But I thought it's not possible for me to single everyone out, so I'll single a few others. And some of them are here today with us. Others graduated yesterday and the day before, and others are graduating this afternoon. The youngest graduate this season is Zinhle Tunga, who graduated yesterday morning, BCom Information Systems, at 19 years old. Zinhle joined the university at 16 years old. And she completed the degree in 3 years. 3 years. Not 3 years. Not 3 years. 3 years. Once again, I had the good fortune to have her in the hall and congratulate her in person yesterday. On Wednesday morning, again, I had the honor to congratulate Dr. Dweba. Dr. Dweba, who came to be awarded not his first doctoral degree and not his second, but his 3rd doctoral degree. And Dr. Dweba, and I'm addressing this especially to that section of the hall. Dr. Dweba is 65 years old. So, Pa Pezulu, there's still hope, there's still time. Eh? Pa Pezulu. So, and applications open on the 1st of June. Right. The third group of people I want to acknowledge are 6 members of the Students' Representative Council, the SRC, 6 of them. Now, the SRC is a statutory body created by law to represent students and to talk to the university management to resolve students' issues. And I'm sure in many people's kind of mind and imagination, the SRC is, those people leading the march and burning tires. Né? But what this SRC, these 6 SRC, they've shown that the SRC is actually, you have an obligation to pass and obtain degrees. And I've had the honor to acknowledge them. Xola Chayela, BA on Wednesday. Fezlem Kide and Bongsisa Mtoti, both PGCE, postgraduate diploma in postgraduate certificate in education, yesterday. Olilem Damzeli, Bachelor of Social Sciences on Wednesday. Apelele Martinez, a BSc in Geography and GIS. UPU. Apelele, where are you? There's Apelele. There. That's it. Congratulations, Apelele. Are you continuing? We'll see you in the meeting. The meeting is next week. And then finally, and this one we congratulated yesterday, Lindoguhle Mveleli with a Bachelor of Administration in Public Management. Congratulations to the SRC. Once again, this is a very good example to the rest of the students and to the rest of the university and to the rest of the country. That SRC, they come here to study. They don't sit here for 7 years. They do it in 3 years. If it's a 4-year degree, in 4 years, not 7 years. Then there's another group I wish to acknowledge. Once again, some of them were here yesterday in education. We have a rugby team here called UFH Blues. Klasi Tegeti City Lumage Blues. Kanejo ni? But the Blues. That's better. Blues. Now, the Blues, they won the Varsity Shield championship this year. They went into that competition. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Blues. Blues. But they did something unprecedented. They did something unprecedented. They went into the competition. They won every single game. Every single one, 8 games. They beat everything before them, including the final. The sweetest thing was that they lifted the trophy here at Fort Hare at Davidson Stadium. That's it. That's it. So, once again, just to give comfort to all, that when people play sports at university, it's not because they're here to play sports alone. They focus, like the Blues. Let me acknowledge 3 of them. Ulazo Lahleli graduated yesterday with a Bachelor of Education. Wandilem Gogri graduated with a PGCE yesterday. And then Ulanga Susela with a Bachelor of Agriculture in Agricultural Extension. Ula Pendlini. Well, there. Blues. Congratulations, Langa, and congratulations to the team. Those are the champions 2022. It's the first time that trophy has been won by a university outside of Cape Town, outside of Joburg, outside of Bloemfontein, and outside of Durban. All the competitions from 2011 were taken by universities in the cities: Cape Town, Bloemfontein, Durban, and Joburg. This time, it came to this famous university in Alice. Congratulations. Then, of course, there are also tragic moments. Our students go through tragic moments as well. And they beat the odds. And I have 2 here that I wish to acknowledge. The first one, we congratulated him on Wednesday. And that is Fikile Ngani. You'll see in the Fort Hare News, his story is already there. Now, Fikile Ngani, coincidentally, on the 18th of May, but 18th of May 2008, Fikile Ngani was shot in the head he was shot in the head in an attempted hijacking. He came within a whisker of death. On the 18th of May 2022, he came to receive his Bachelor of Social Sciences here at the university. Also, and we'll be congratulating her this afternoon, Precious Klaba. Precious Klaba, another tragic story. She lost her husband when she was doing a final year of studies. During that time, the sort of thing that can make or break an academic career, and not for many, would have meant or spelled the end of their studies because of the grief that comes with losing a partner. Now, she kept her focus, and this afternoon, she's coming to receive her LLB from this university. And then I want to acknowledge Pamela Hunu. Pamela ukona apha endlini andini? Nanku sukuma sibakubone sisi. Sukuma. Yes. Now Pamela Hunu is from Bathurst. She's from Bathurst, Nyansile, ne? La dolophi yamapayini engilapha ngasendla. She is the first female graduate, or rather PhD recipient in chemistry at this university. Thank you very much. Congratulations. I had to be partial to staff members who work in the admin building, and I had to congratulate. I know she's here. She's busy with the proceedings, organizing us and all of that. Usis Nomonde Khasai Njogweni, who works in the registrar's office. She earned on Wednesday her master's degree. And congratulations, Sis Nomonde. I know I'm repeating this for you. I want to then, as I come to an end, I want to tell a story, and this story is a story. It's a different story of a different order. I receive emails, lots of emails. Request this, request that. People think I'm deputy somebody. You know, they think really I have a key to every door, a solution to every problem. So I've gotten used to it. Seriously, you would think they think you're Deputy Jesus or something. Fine, because they come, these requests, some of them very strange, but real, as people's problems, people's predicaments, and so on. But I want to tell the story of Spamandla Mgananda. Spamandla ukona apha endlini? Spamandla Mgananda. Uphi? Don't be shy. Yeah. Right, that's it. Now, Spamandla had no plan. In fact, Spamandla would not have been able to come and be part of GRAD. So, he was not going to be able to come and receive his degree because he could not afford the clothes. He also could not afford the academic attire, right? Or a suit or anything. So this man from Dujwa, he did not want to bother his mother. The mother depends on social grants for the other siblings. So he decided, look, I'm not going. Then he has a friend, Sakum Zikwaza. Sakum Zubi. Sakum Zikwaza, Kaupagama Bandbakbon. There. Yes. I have to mention Sakumzi because this is a story that came indirectly. So what landed on my inbox was an email from Sakumzi on behalf of his friend. and unbeknown to the friend. Sakumzi says, "Ndiyacela, ndine 200 rand that I can spare. Ndicela nje ugcwalise apha kule 200. So that umngani wam athenge nje something azothenga azofumana negawuni nehood as a quick grade. He's the first graduate in the family. This is his day." So obviously, as happens with these emails, now you know, so that you won't bother me again. I press forward straight away to somebody else. So the manager in the VC's office picked up this one. In fact, it was sent to the dean. It was sent to the dean. But the manager picked it up, this email that was sent to the dean with this request, rather unusual request. And cut a very long story short, the staff in the office, and they don't do this, they will never do this again in this century. So it will happen 2030 upwards. But they scrambled together very, very quickly. One, they organized the gown and the hood and the motorboat, all of that was organized. There is some, Spamandla, you saw him. But more than that, he was then given a choice. Look, a suit is going to be expensive, Spamandla. Would a UFH alumni blazer make up for it? He says, that's even better. That's my first prize. So Spamandla, Kausugume Futi, please stand up. Please show off that blazer. Once again, I'm making this point to make a very, very subtle point. That sometimes there's staff in the office. You send things to me, they always improvise. They always make a plan. Sometimes, frankly, I don't know where the money came from. Don't ask me, I don't know where the money came from. They improvised. Before we know it, we have Spamandla here, and of course, we have Sakumzi here, the friend. Sakumzi, thanks for being a good Fort Hare citizen, and congratulations to both of you. Thank you very much, Chairperson. One last thing, Mr. Chancellor, I almost forgot. This ceremony is on autopilot. It means there's no program director. There's no MC, language yakdala. Okanye le yakdala akunasiphuzo. Functioning and ingenasiphuzo. So akakho umuntu ozawuthula ngoku. We must self-regulate. Ne? We self-regulate. Self-regulate means then that we know that there are 700 people here. Each one has got to have their 15 seconds of fame to shine. Please afford them. Don't over-celebrate and therefore overshadow the next person. Make it short. Do all you can. You can dive from here to there if you want. It's fine, provided if your body can take it and we don't have insurance. But please, and I'm saying celebrate. Fort Hare graduations are known for being vibrant, for being robust. Do it. And phezulu, please, ichoni zonke zaziduku. So nansika, nozotata omkhulu yonke mbize yonke. But please keep the time. Now, and this thing I'm going to underline. Pha back. Siyacela ingoma ingaze ivume njengathi yasengqungqutheleni. No, please. We have a little bit more structure. Yes, you're supposed to sing along when the choir kind of leads, but then don't start another song that's going to take 5 minutes. No. And I know some of the students come here and they trigger a song, somebody picks it up, just one verse will do, 3 lines, and drop it for the next person. I know, but feel free to stand up and dance along and do all of that. Finally, choir, please, were you here yesterday? Yeah, but don't overdo it, ne? Yeah, don't overdo it. Yeah, thank you very much.
Honored guests, we shall now proceed with the awarding of qualifications. I request the candidates to take up their position. I shall then call upon the deans of the faculties to present the candidates for the various qualifications.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Animal Science on the following candidate:
I hereby confer the degree.
Festus Alua Kamisi Akimuwodo Laden. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Biochemistry on the following candidates:
I hereby confer the degree.
Adebowale Emmanuel Aladjana. Chididu Epiphany Eda Amudu. Dear Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on the following candidate:
I hereby confer the degree.
And Vice Chancellor, this is just the beginning of females in chemistry. I promise you there will be more. Pamela Khun. Jeffrey. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Ethnobotany on the following candidate:
I hereby confer the degree.
Luambo Jeffrey Ramarumo. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on the following candidates:
I hereby confer the degree.
Wanga Masiza. Tumela Mati. Let's see. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Zoology on the following candidate: Munetsi,
I hereby confer the degree.
Munetsi Swahere. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Master of Agriculture in Agricultural Economics on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Ntonjane Phangomsa,
No, it's Swan Sons.
Zamisa Owetu,
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Agriculture in Horticulture Science.
I hereby confer the degree.
Moya Bello Filippini,
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Agriculture in Soil Science on the following candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Madikana Ayabulela,
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Biochemistry on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bambo Karabo, okay. Siza Nandipha,
Chemistry. Chemistry.
okay. Computer science. Computer science. Kubani? Kumfenguza nani?
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Computer Science on the following candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mfenguza Wandisa, Chimanga Deni Kaziti,
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Geography on the following candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Ndugu Lwandile, what's your count? Congratulations.
Vice Chancellor, the following candidates will make a difference in our energy resources and our energy restrictions. So I'd like to ask you to confer the degree, Mr. Chancellor, on the degree of Master of Science in Geology on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Best Lutho, Mazomba Vuyokazi, Moloi Busiswa, Nonkula Zenande, Ukiulo.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Microbiology on the following candidate. Cum laude.
I hereby confer the degree.
Giu Nonkonzo,
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Microbiology on the following candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Tinyane Pindile,
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Master of Philosophy in Environmental Studies by coursework on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mbakyothi Sianda, Somkala Avela Abongile,
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Agricultural Honors in Agricultural Economics on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Magwaza Sanelisiwe, Makaula Tembela, Mama Ziyanda. Mehlomane Mihle. Menze kamva lethu. Mphetho athandiwe. Msengane Ziyanda. Kubani? Kubani? Ntanjana Sinobuhle. Nyamambi Lusanda. Pali Nomzi Emihle. Smondile Siyasanga. Okay. Tom Musa. Visionela.
Cum laude. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Agricultural Honors in Agricultural Extension, cum laude, on the following candidate. No. Sorry, that was in absentia. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Agricultural Honors in Agriculture Extension on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Baba Masixole.
Well done.
Bamba liphi lutho dingi busisiwe Giqwali namandla Giu onke Gonzana Sinovuyo Nkonkwana Yonelisa Okay. Lafunxa Thandi Luthuma likhona Magulumba ayabulela Mbedu Thando Gaze Vikelo Mpongoma Sanele Nohamba Siyolise Takana Luyanda Tyoyabo Zingisa Mtsondwani lonwabo lubabalo kakuhle. Khali sibongiseni. Khasi Sinalo. Skidi Manelisi. Squati Nontsikelelo. Okay. Sabazile Teshni. Sofuthe Onesimo. Somdaga Athanele. Titi Ezile.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Applied Mathematics to the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Qilenje Nosipho Queeneth. Maqekeni Siviwe. Maqhubela Ongeziwe.
GIS. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Applied Remote Sensing and Geographic Information Systems, cum laude.
Forse Sinesipho Sylvia.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Applied Remote Sensing and Geographic Information Systems on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bomvu Asive. Machasa Xolisile Nicholas. Nyemezeli Azile. Ngcele Lukhanyiso.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Biochemistry on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mthembu Yamkela. Stobo Zingisa. Zamani Sinombulelo.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Chemistry on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Kula Hlalisa. Mapulusa Wendy. Magcida Luyanda. Magidiza akhona. Mazichana Mitayelanga. Mqala Sibulele. Mkele Asemahle. Nomana Vincent Lungile. Nompecheni Indiphile. Nhlabathi Thandile Faith. Vulindlela Inam.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Computer Science on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
cum laude.
Joy Patuvuyo. Malima Luzuko abuyile athe Nkosi. Nditshwa thando lwethu. Mehlo ayabonga.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Computer Science on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Madonono Sinomtha. Mandiyane Vuyolwethu Sunday. Maqungo abulele. Maseko Nkosikho.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Entomology on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Dudula Asbone. Manunga Lulutho. Maneli Sonwabise. Maneli Sonwabise. Mehlwana athandile. Mkiva Lukhanyiso. Mkwena Sara Siphiwe. Mqokweni Mbeko. Ngangashe Kamvelihle.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Geography on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Macembe Libongo Xhaso Nkumbulo. Mlomo Wandile.
Graduates, a very quick announcement. Please do not come here and take selfies that are not where you're not given permission to do so. Please, please, please. When you go here, go and then do not stop to take selfies with the VC and the Chancellor. Thanks.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Geology on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Oza Siyamthanda. Maqhobi Wanzi. Mdleleni Salizwa. Ndamumelo. Myeki Phiwokuhle. Ngolosi Azikho. Nyaba Qhamisa Amelia. Shabangu Phethile Promise. Chichi Lindiwe. Kyukyani Nobathembu.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Microbiology on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Ciki Yandisa. Dinga Kuhle. Dlamini Mbasa, Gabai Annelisa, Utetandi, Jobela Asemahle Lynette, Ngedlelihle, Ngwenhle Nwabisa Nonelela, Ntuzela Bongile Hopewell, Kgeqe Nwabisa, Vumba Luyolo Bethwell Beth, Yacamandisi Buyile Professor,
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Physics on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Maphansela Yolanda, Mkhubata Nonzaliseko, Mkhwetyana Lili Zihlonipheni,
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours in Zoology on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Ena Yolanda, BD Asisipho, Mfeketho Oyama, Siphelele.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Agriculture in Agricultural Economics on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Qanda masivuye. Dundu avusiwe. Fosla siphumle. Gantsho thando lwethu. Kanya Godfrey. Gilandi Lutho. Kasheka Zizo Angel. Qegwa liyabona. Jacobs Ronella. Kalo Thandazile Gobisa. Kato Pigolomzi. Koti Unathi. Kuthuka zikhona. Lali Mihle. Lova Phelokazi. Luphondo Onela. Mafanya Lwandile. Siyanda Patrick. Menze Abongile. Mahambi Nangam, so adorable. Mhlathi Qaqamba, bright. Lothana Lelethu. Mngawula Anita. Mpapi Tozama Giveness. Ntebele Odwa. Ngaphaya Anelisiwe. Ngolwa welcome Gcobani. Ngoxoneliswa Janet. Ngisha Zimkhitha. Ningiza Sindiswa. Nhloko Dunyiswa. Qulu Qwephu Sylvia. Smangweni Sasona. Skephu akhona. Tabata Siyasanga. Thatuba Nosphiwo. Venge sanelisi. Sorry. Tengile aphelele. Sorry. Venge sanelisiwe Sicilia. Wake nizizibele.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Agriculture in Agricultural Extension on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Banjwa afika. Gogonqani vathiswa. Gwaqa abongile. Xakoshe lelethu. Eukile banele. Ombani intombi zalapha. Jaiya zodidi. Junda sinovuyo. Kawe Ncumisa. Khalani Sianda. Kayeni Andisile. Koki siyakholwa. Lukwe Xola. Lunika Xolisiwe. Mabhitya Lithemba. Madikana Siolise. Madikizela Jubet Siviwe. Magopiyane Wandisile. Matya Usivile. Ndekazi Nasiphi. Okay. Mfana Lubabalo. Mkwiji Asiphe. Ngwabe Bonani.
Sorry? No, I'm fine.
Mtumni Chuma. Mpolweni Samkelo. Msesele Xabisa. Mtolo Philani. Ngoso Molai Anele. Ngalonkulu Nosimbongile. Nginjana Abongile. Ningiza Thuliswa. Nkonzweni Alizwa. Nombila Vuyiseka Sharon. Nongcocholo Zimasa. Okay. Ntantala avela. Ntantala baxolise.
Well done.
Nzobongwana sikelela. Paultine axolile. Khwesha Thando. Khode Mawande. Sentiwe Phathiswa Anelisa. Sibonda Ntandokazi. Soko Njabulo Sanele. Susela langa lethu. Thwani Vuyokazi.
Still the same.
Tsengiwe Mbongeni. Chezi Nkosi Vumile. Zithamila.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science cum laude on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Chidenga Admire. Nzeta Muchangwange Blessing. When Mkhosana aviwe nisakhe. Mcha Sandisiwe. Myoyi Abonga. Libaya Libet Tinotenda.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Patala Sivuyisiwe. Beliwe Someleze. Vanisa Thando. Bomvu Ola. Dakuse Yamkela. Dalibanga Sianda. Dambuza Anati. Dalman Noluvuyo. Lutu Pelogazi. Yosi Masitembe. Fakuthandekile. Fili Momelezi. Abafuna. Abafuna. Funani Sinethemba. Futuse Snazo. Gabata Linomta. Gaga Toselela. Zininkambi Athengosi. George Nokhanyo. Geza Yanga. Godlo Oyama Sesethu. Gogela Mekuti. Goipeleka. Goi Ati. Gokwana Luthando. Ela Soyama. Hulani Siphelele. Wada Elina. Jama Ayabonga. Jaza Alizwa. Kachaza Poshia. Titi Tando. Klasi Asemahle. Klasi Ntsiki. Kona Ntokozo. Kopo Khanyisa. Kulu Akho. Khwaza Sakhumzi. Khwezi Sibongile. Laini Okuhle. Macingwana Chuma. Madikizela Chulumango. Madikizela sivuyile. Madikizela yanelisa. Madolo aphiwe.
Take a deep breath.
Madulini phiwa kuhle. Magama nolufefe. Magananda Spamandla. Majavu Chulumanco. Majola liyabona. Makhanya avela Lindsay. Malefe Manoko. Mankunzu Elihle. Makheju kuyasa ndipheleke. Maselana Nasiphi. Mathumbu abongile. Matinise aphelele. Matha lutho. Mayidume Msimelelo. Mbozi Sinokholo. Mdlambuzi Thabile. Mdunyelwa Nasiphi. Mzobo Malwande. Mkhosana Onele. Moko Isiphile. Moi Olwethu. Morona Dimpho. Morosi Sakhe. Moyo Bruce Tawanda. Mphithikezi Esenkosi. Mpofu Banele. Mpofu Lizwi. Mkhwetyana Zenande Uyanda. Ntakazi Sanele. Mthembu Magdalene. Mthembu Banele. Mtswane Siphesande. Mtuse Athi. Mudau Mnyadziwa. Muzenda Prince Vurayai. Mzekwa Bongiswa. Naye Khanyisa. Ncanywa Sihle. ON. Ngapha Sivuyise. Ndabeni asavela. Ndahane thandokazi zamazi. Ndlela kwanele. Ndlela sinovuyo onwabile. Ndlovu sinovuyo onwabile. Ncaca luyolo. Ngobo luyanda. Ngoba mkhonto lufefe. Ngogodo amaxabiso. Ngayeba Xhanti Gibson. Njiyela Luyanda Mzamo. Nkele yamkela. Nkomo bukhosi. Nocuze Yolanda. Nomthusha noSibusiso. Nonambane noMathemba. Nonteme abenathi. Ncinana asiphe. Ntontela Pholoko. Ntsilo Nwabo. Nxiba Qhama. Phatho Anathi. Khasana Baxolise. Sapho Amandla. Shamuyaira Munashe David Jr. Shumane Ayaka. Sibisa Terence Benedict. Siganga Nonkanyiso. Skonze Siwakhile Debbie. Sinqadu Babalwa. Temela Isamkele. Somzana Konwaba. Sophazi Luyanda. Spinchi Ongeziwe. Swana Siyavuya. Thakathi Phyokazi. Takachana Nkosinamandla. Tinzi Khanya. Tokhwe Luvo Lwethu. Tulumani Sesethu. Tyalo Thwalo Sphosihle. Tyala Zingisa. Tyali Nguthukazi. Vene Amahle. Yamile Anda. Yekela Sibabalo. yokwana achumile. Yo listenazo Yolanda. Senazi Sibabalwe. Zibuthe Nwabisa. Zuzani Zikhona.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Agricultural Economics, cum laude to the following candidates.
Chisakwati sibonga inkosi.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mashingise Kudzai. Nhliziyo nobukhosi.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Economics on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Boy Oyama. Chiwomba Nicole. Dumalisile zozibini zikhona. Fayindlala Hlokoma asekho. Fembane Cethekazi. Jilingisi Nomvuyiso. Luphalule Sanelisiwe. Madala eyethu Monica. Magamle Siyasanga. Maphasa akhethiwe. Mavundla Sibusiswa. Mazinyo kwazo kwakhe. Mdlakazi Phakama. Mpama Qhawekazi. Mpofu Qondani Siphethile. Muchiwa David Tonderai. Ngokelela Mbalenhle. Nkomana Nande. Nomatiti Snovuyo. Nhlatywa Lizwi. Nqulwa Babalwa Grace. Rhuqwana Siyanda. Sloyi Asiphile. Sinqo Thembisa Paulette. Okay. Somtsewu Lizalise. Tsilana Akhona.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in Animal Science, cum laude, on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Chiduke Libet. Kwaramba Shane Takunda. Mtal Shelton. Powerful, beautiful Isabel.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in Animal Science on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Diniso Okuhle. Kokonqana linamandla. Kate Thamsanqa Lakhi. Kilibane Yanelisa. Luphondwana Chulekazi. Lushaba Andiswa Nontokozo. Madube afika Luzuko. Madube afika Zuko. Mabude afika Zuko. Machecheni Sibulele. Mathumbu Siphelele Calvin. Mbele Avuyile. Mlalandle Sinovuyo. Mtolo Mvuselelo. Mzalelwa awethu. Nzungu Khanya. Ngoza Onele. Nombewu Sipho. Nonkevu Nkosi yethu. Noniwe Aviwe. Otola Swongiwe. Plaki Sianda. Plati Mikhulu. Wanqutywa Thembelihle. Khuku Lonwabo.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in Crop Science, cum laude, on the following candidate. Confer the degree.
I hereby
Zing-
confer the degree.
Zingirai Joylene.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in Crop Science on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Kangathele ulutho zubalondoloze. Kula Siphokuhle Felicia. Madlebe Khanya. Mchizwa Sanelisiwe. Nyaba Zikhona.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in Horticulture, cum laude, on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Madziwanzira Freedom. Mutanda Taltes. Nenderere Olga Chito. Danjana Nanga.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in Horticulture on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Tyanyi Siyabulela. Hlomendlini Noluvuyo. Jama Sonezo. Mali Sibabalwe. Manci Njabulo. Manci Njabulo. Oh, Matikinca Ndileko. Bovane Mandisa Irene. Xilongo avela. Mchazi yolokazi. Chazi balindile.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in Livestock and Pasture Science on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Botoman simthembile. Dlamini Nelisa. Jongwana Khulumanco Fatima. Mboniswa Sibulele. Mzimasi Manyano. Nongoboza Olwethu. Notyena Ayanda. Sokhanyile Khayakazi.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in Soil Science, cum laude, on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Noncuba Shane Khosi. Sibalekile ayabonga.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in Soil Science on the following candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mchizana Luve. November Sfundo.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. That confers our degrees.
Alala no college, alala. Alala no college, alala. Maikule, University of Fort Hare, Maikule. Let us all get seated. To the Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare, Advocate Dumisa Ntsabeza at the SC. To the Vice Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare, Professor Sakela Buhlungu, Zibula. To the dignitaries that are here today, my colleagues from the council, and most importantly, the graduates that are here today, let's all give ourselves a round of applause. My name is Advocate Andile Mini. I'm the president of the University of Fort Hare Convocation, and I've decided to take this platform today to welcome all the new members of the University of Fort Hare Convocation to the family. I think all of us would agree, as we have been officiating this occasion, that Zibula, this university once more is in good hands. Let's give the management of the university a round of applause. I'm aware of the time constraints that are facing us, and I'm intending not to do a speech, but to ask 4 critical questions and sit down. Out of 100% of the learners who get admitted for primary education, the research indicates that 55% who makes it into grade 12, and consequently 33% who makes it to university in record time. As the new graduates that we're welcoming to the family of the University of Fort Hare Convocation, I want to ask you a critical question, which out of this occasion you must begin to answer quite frank and honest. Where is the missing middle? I want you, when you get out of here, to respond to that question. The second question that I want to ask you is that if God would come here today and remove you from this society, would this society experience a loss, or it would remain the same? If it remains the same despite your absence, it means there is no difference between your absence and your presence. Now, I'm asking this question so that your conscience can speak to you, and you'll answer yourself quite frank and honest. The student or a graduate of the University of Fort Hare is distinguished. And I want to give you a scenario. A graduate from the University of Fort Hare is not like a chicken, but is like a bird. Because a chicken has got all characteristics of being a bird. When you look at it, you develop hope, but the limitation that it cannot fly. But a bird has got all the characteristics that the chicken has. The difference that it can fly and fly higher. So as you're going to live here today, you must resemble that scenario of a bird. You have got all the characteristics to go and fly and shine in the society. As I'm going to sit down, I'll give you the last scenario. Vice Chancellor, there are 2 types of stones that I've decided to lift today, in which you can sell and they are always available for commerce. It is a coal and it is a gold. The difference between these 2 kinds of stones is that when you burn them, the coal perishes into ashes. But when you burn the gold, it becomes more renewable and expensive. The graduates that are graduating here today, you're gonna face the society with quite very frank tribulations and trials. But because you are a graduate of the University of Fort Hare, you must resemble that gold. When it is put into fire, it is becoming more renewable and expensive. Vice Chancellor, this is a good work that the university is doing, and these are the graduates, they are evidence to that. SC, if we were to say in the language of court, a physical evidence has been presented before us. As the parents that are here to witness this mammoth occasion, I want the university choir meeting Noah, so that all your problems, leave them here in the University of Fort Hare, and live here with a new hope that all those who have escaped the stigma of illiteracy and poverty, you must run and run tall and never look back. I thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, graduates. As we come to the end of this wonderful and very special graduation ceremony, it's my pleasure to do the vote of thanks. So I will be quite brief. The first thanks is to give to our graduates, you who have succeeded through a very difficult journey that not many graduates have had to face, especially in the last 2 years, in having shifted to online teaching and learning, assessments, examinations, supervision. I want to ask you to give yourselves a great big applause for this achievement. You have truly endured a difficult journey which had many more obstacles than we know we confront as students trying to get our degrees and qualifications. I would like the second thing to ask you to do as graduates is to give a round of applause to your parents, your family, your friends, all the people who helped and supported and advised to get you to where you are today in this very special function. A round of applause. And then, of course, to get you here, there were a whole range of people in the university that have helped and supported you. The academics who have taught you, the support staff in the faculties, the faculty leadership, the deans, the deputy deans, the heads of departments, centers, units. It's a huge machinery within the faculties that make it possible for graduates to complete a degree and arrive here to graduate across this stage. And so I would like to give them a very, very big thank you and a deep gratitude. And then putting together a function, graduation functions, is a mammoth task. It involves a lot of staff, especially staff in the office of the registrar, the deputy registrar, and a range of organizing teams, the staff from institutional advancement, and any number of professional and support services staff who work together to make this function happen the way it does and to run as smoothly as it does. A very big thank you to all of them. Students at the University of Fort Hare receive funding, a great deal of funding, from many different funders, sponsors, donors, and organizations and individuals. I want to thank all of them, and today especially recognize the Zimbabwe Ministerial Scholarship member who is present. But I also want to take this opportunity to thank the many government departments, both nationally and provincially, and a wide range of public and private organizations, corporates, and individuals who provide funding for our students to complete their studies. So we are very, very grateful for their support and funds. I want to then also thank the council members that are present and the council for the support they provide to the university in ensuring we do things as they should be done. Before I close, I would like to also recognize the special guests who graced our function today from the Fort Cox Agricultural College. I'd like to thank Dr. Lupuana, who is the Fort Cox Council Chair, as well as Dr. Areya, who is the acting principal. Thank you very much for attending our graduation. And then in conclusion, to thank the Chancellor who has made time to be able to be present for our graduation today. Thank you, Chancellor. We really enjoy having you here. And then finally, let me thank the Vice Chancellor, the members of the executive, and the senior management team, all of whom participate to make this special function possible, and for you, the graduates, to conclude one part of your educational journey. With that, I want to reinforce what the Vice Chancellor said. You should party and celebrate hard, but also do it safely. Thank you.
Under the powers vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare, I now declare this congregation dissolved. I request the congregation to stand while the procession leaves the hall. We will rise for the national anthem.
Gaudium.